Hello and welcome. We are on our way out to a mining hauler since in this upgrade the cargo ships are actually going to try to kill us since we are moving. Now we probably won't get anywhere close to this thing because the guns are kind of strong. But we decided to try it anyway. Like, why not?
Yeah, or why not? See what it's like. So this should be the mining hauler, the yellow one.
The
So
big yellow one?
yeah, the one we blew up last time.
Indeed.
So this should be
It
interesting.
looks like it.
So now that these guys have some defense, we're gonna have to get some kind of offensive ships going. But for now, we're just doing recon. So it will be nice when we can't just fly out like this to capture these things.
So let's see.
Now where's Jars? Oh, there he is.
Yes, they should be somewhere. Yeah, I can see you too. So I'm getting close to the 1,000 mark, and I think they have a reach of 800. So we might not even get close enough to...
Oh, I'm getting too close. It's flying towards me. Okay, I'm about 600 away. I see some green lasers.
870, 850. Will I die?
Oh, it's trying to target me, I think. I think if you come at it from the front, you might have a shot. The side that I'm at, I think, has 3 guns.
Okay, so I'll try from the front.
I think that's the front. Yeah. I don't know if there are guns there.
Where is it? Yeah, it's flying towards me. I can see it
wow.
shooting.
There are a lot of guns on the bottom, or the top. Oh, no, wait. We're gonna die. Oh. Now I'm getting further away. I'm just gonna go flying in and try to land on it. And see if I can get... I'm hoping there's no
I'll try
guns.
the sneaky approach. Oh, it's targeting you. Are you dead?
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's on me! I was sneaking so much.
Oh, there's Jars. Okay, well, I don't think it's possible. Well, it might be possible, but it might take a lot of suicide runs.
Yeah, a lot of
So I think
run.
we might have to let that guy go, and we'll have to design a ship that we can take those guys on.
Yeah, I think that'll
be fun.
The tactical solution. Destroy it before it destroys us.
Exactly. So today's episode, we're hoping to finish the slider here. We're doing some work off camera, and we're going to continue doing so. But we wanted to bring you in for that, see if anything happened. But yeah, we're in the process of welding, basically, everything you had seen before. And we're also just planning out how this is going to work exactly. So we'll bring you back when we're ready to proceed.
Indeed.
All right, we've done some progress. We had a little mishap, and the game crashed. And neither of us had saved, so we lost pretty much all the progress we had. We've pretty much gotten that progress back, but it has been hours. So we've already put in about 3 or 4 hours probably into this episode.
Yeah.
But we're ready to bring you guys in, I think.
Yes, we are. We are completely ready.
All right, so we're going to work on the sliding mechanism.
Yes. We are going to work on the sliding mechanics because, as some of you people have mentioned, you've asked why we're not doing a clamping mechanic, and that is exactly what we are doing, though there is a massive project to do this. As we told you, we've spent a couple of hours just doing this part below here, moving down the floor. So it is a big project, and we are going to start working on it now. So what we're going to do is that we're going to make sure that the sliding mechanic, so the thing that is going to move, is actually a ship, and that it is perfectly aligned with the station, so that it will perfectly fit into these two sliding thingamajigs.
Yes. So there's a neat thing you can do with a rotor, which is what Jars is doing.
Yes.
So when you add a block to the other side of this rotor, even though one part is on a station, this part here becomes a large ship. And that is what we want, because a large ship can move, where station blocks in this game are pretty much immovable objects, similar to like the asteroid. You can't push them with thrusters, you can't move them. I mean, the station you can break, but that's about it. So yeah, this makes sure that it's a large ship and that we'll be able to move it around, but also makes it like perfectly lined up so we can build off it. Now before we go, do we want to make all this, at least the sliding part, heavy armor, just to avoid any possible torque issues?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So this won't be. We actually don't need this. Also, we are kind of using the bug right now. There is a bug, or at least we think it's a bug,
Right.
that rotors do not move the block out one part. You can see that this is perfectly aligned with the landing gears, and we're using that. Otherwise, the rotor would have to come in from the front to make sure that it is exactly in the middle, so it's exactly centered with the
Right.
grindy parts.
Yeah, we basically have to have it facing inwards so that that little bit of distance would be taken into account with the sliding part of it and not anything else.
Yes.
And not the side to side. Alright, so we're going to do this all the way. Now we want this thing to come out far enough that it will be able to reach the backside of any ship. So what we're going to have is a arm that sticks up, and it's going to have a landing gear on it, or a couple of them, we're not sure yet. And that's what's going to attach to the ship, and then the platform's going to be moving forward towards the grinders, and that will slide this mechanism forward. So if we say, do we want this to be the furthest forward it needs to go?
Yes, we do want this to be the furthest forward.
Okay.
And we can change this if we want to, and we probably can. So it's all very flexible in how we can build this, because we're going to use these connections between to use as stoppers, and we can move those stoppers however we want. So it's going to be a very flexible system in building it, but then rebuilding it is going to be pretty easy to change as well. Not super easy, but it's going to be pretty easy to change. If we want it to open further or shorter, we can change that with fairly easily.
We'll have limiters in place that we can basically easily adjust.
Oh.
Oops. I'm helping.
You're helping! Yay! So we do want a wall in the front, did we not?
Yeah, like on the outside?
Yeah, to close this in.
Yeah, so I think we just want to have a gap. I guess a 3 wide or 3 tall, and then like an extra block all the way around.
Okay, so you've made a... Okay, then I can see, yeah.
Or no, like you've done. I haven't done anything.
On the other side. On this side. No, wait, this was me as well. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, we could do that. So essentially we'll cover as much as we can, and we'll have like an opening of some kind. Oh, I can't put a block there, can I?
No, it would have to go at least out there.
But yeah, it's so we've got it all roughed out for the most part. And we've placed all the components that we think we're going to need. So do you want to walk them through different components and what they're going to be used for?
Yes, indeed. So we'll start right here with the mass block and 2 thrusters. So we'll have the mass block, which I will explain why we have it there in a few seconds, and we have the thrusters, which will kind of dampen the thing. Up on the station, you will see that we have 2 gravity blocks. None of the components are actually built yet, but they are placed.
Yeah, the grav gens.
Yes, the grav gens. And they will be used to close and open. So when this one is turned on, which are facing towards the back, it will pull on the mass block, and it will pull the entire slider backwards, which will close the back wall, which we will build on top of that structure over there, big wall that will close, and that is why the mass block is there. Now the thrusters are there to use the inertial dampeners to make sure that the slider doesn't speed out of control. So it's there to make sure that we have a slow and steady pace, and everything is stable and nice and working exactly as we want it.
So without that, we notice that the gravity and the grab block will just keep pulling on each other. So if it gets to a point where it's kind of stopped, it's going to just keep going and it'll just tear itself apart. So the thrusters add like a nice throttle to it. Controls the speed, keeps it nice and smooth, prevents explosions, hopefully, from happening.
It's like stabilizers.
Yes.
And then when we want to open the thing again, we turn off the closing grav gen, and we turn on the opening grav gen, which will pull or push on the entire structure and open it again.
Yeah, and there's different ways we could do that. We could do it with one grav gen and just change the direction of it, or we could have one that's always exerting, maybe like 0.1 Gs in one direction, and then the other one, when it's on, overrides that with like 0.2 Gs, so that it's 0.1 in the opposite direction. So there's different ways we might be able to fine-tune and control this, because we also want to use that gravity to help push items that drop from the containers and stuff. And if you notice, we had to redo this flooring. We lowered it by 1 block and replaced this front part with heavy armor, because when we demolished that other ship, when stuff was falling down, it was denting the platform quite a bit. So this way it's all heavy armor in the front, and that should handle that. But what we want is stuff to fall to the ground and then flow down these ramps. So we might make use of that grav gen there as well, or at least when the grav gen is pulling the door closed, it will also be pulling the items down.
Yes, and that will be the point when the items drop, so it will be a 2-in-1 grav gen.
Yeah. So that is, basically how it's going to work. Now we just have to basically put it all together.
Yes.
And then this back part we'll get to. I think we're going to weld all this together, and then we'll open and close it a few times, and then we'll decide where we want to build our wall, our holding wall, I guess, our back wall, our crushing wall.
I've been calling it the back wall.
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason. Yeah, I don't know. It's a wall. The mobile wall.
Yeah. So now we weld a lot.
It is time to weld. And welcome back once again. So now we have this little thing functional. And we haven't tried it yet, so we decided that we're going to try it. But first, I'll do a little bit of a quick explanation of how it's going to do the stuff it's doing. So we have this fancy little gravity block below this reactor. And if you take a look at my gravity meter, you will see that there is a gravity field, a very weak gravity field, that doesn't quite reach it, that is trying to push it outwards to open it. And we have a stopper below here that makes sure that it cannot physically go any further either. So this is the end of the line for the slider. It will not go further than this. The gravity field you can see right now is in the gravity generator that is currently turned on. It's quite easy to see which it is. And you can see the specifications inside here. The important specifications you will see right in here is the field height, which is 47 meters, and the acceleration, which is 0.1 G. And this one is called the open gravity generator because it's the one that opens stuff. And now the other one is the one we are going to toggle to make things happen. Now it has the very same field height, but it is 2 blocks closer to it, so it will actually reach. It will reach all the way over to the other engine as well. So it will grab the mass block and it will start pulling it towards us. And it is 0.2 Gs, so it is stronger and will create a field that is 1 Gs in this way, since it is twice as strong. I hope I am making sense.
Yeah, the 0.1. So yeah, 0.2, 0.1 leaves a 0.1 remainder going in this way. So yeah. So this way we only have to turn the one gravity generator off.
Yes,
so this one that's open is going to be open all the time. It's always going to be exerting that 0.1 G, but it's not going to be exerting any force on the gravity block when it's all the way open. So we don't have to fight that all the time. And then once this one's on, it will close it and do the exact opposite. Now we might need to move these gravity fields. In fact, we're probably going to have to. They're going to have to be positioned pretty much in the center of the travel distance, which we're going to determine now.
Yes.
So I think we're ready to test.
Yeah, and this test is pretty much going to tell us how far back we are going to be able to go with the placement of the gravity blocks right now. So I'm going to turn on the toggle. Are you ready?
I think so. Let me just put one landing gear here, because this is kind of what's going to be pushing the ship. And I think it's going to be roughly like that. So we want that not to get eaten by the grinders. So we want it to stop just before.
Yes.
So that is our goal for travel. And hopefully we have enough overhang, which I might not have yet. So we might have to create some overhang. So this might not actually be able to be where I have it. Because if you notice, this gap down the middle doesn't go all the way. There's a gap of 1, 2, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. So I have to make sure that this thing can reach past that 4 blocks as well, which currently it can't. So let me just quickly add on some blocks, and then we're ready for jars. 1, 2. Okay, we'll just do that for now. That's the travel. How big is a landing gear? Is it 2 blocks or 3?
It's 2 by 3, so yeah, it's two blocks long.
Okay, so that should be the minimum.
Okay.
We could make it a bit longer if we wanted to, but I don't think we can make it much shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. And this red line here is a visual of representation of where those gravity fields are supposed to go as well.
Yeah.
In case once we move that guy. All right.
So I'm toggling. Toggle on.
I think so. So you can see that back thruster is now turning on. It's fighting this motion. So it doesn't want to move, and you can see it's going very slowly.
And that is
so we
very
could,
important.
Yeah. Now we could change. Oh wow, it's weird. If you walk along here with no gravity, you walk at like a 45-degree angle because that's where the gravity is.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like I'm walking up a slope.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we can control the speed by basically throttling the gravity up. So if we find we can go faster, we'll throttle it up. But for now, we're going to keep it nice and slow.
Yes, and we want to see so that it slides very nicely into the next set of landing gears, which it does look like it's going to do very perfectly. So
yeah, we don't want these to buckle.
No, we don't want them to buckle or hit the sides here, so we don't want this to bend too much, the entire structure, which it doesn't seem like it does. So it has entered the landing gear slide, so it's going to continue going, but it is a very slow process.
Yeah, so we might be able to speed it up, but we'll have to see. We essentially will gauge it on how quickly it can grind, so we probably won't play around with the speed until we actually have a ship in here that we're grinding.
Yes.
And then we can see if we could speed it up or not.
Yes, I think in my tests I have used a 0.2. But I do find that it doesn't change it drastically. Or maybe it did change it drastically. I can't remember.
Yeah, I guess it depends how well the thruster kind of throttles it down. So the more gravity, the harder it's going to work.
Yeah. Exactly. So
but you can see this should be fairly automated. Like it'll be slow, but we should be able to just park a ship here and then walk away, I guess.
Yeah.
And we might try to add some future automation later, but
yeah, maybe.
For now it's going to be. Yeah, for now it'll be relatively automated for the most part. Put a ship in it, hit on, it'll grind it away, and then you have to turn it off when it's done. But we might make an auto off or something.
So, Morelbus,
cool.
do you wanna do a quick save, and I'll try bumping it up to 0.2?
Yes,
so
give it more power. I guess it does seem pretty slow, and we do need to get it to the other side. Yes. Sometime this hour. Let's do it. Saved.
Close toggle, bump that up to 3. See, you can see the flare has increased drastically. It does seem like the speed was. Yes, this is definitely much faster. It doesn't seem like it's a bad fast or a fast. It's a slow fast.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too fast. That is better. It seems like that might be good. We'll have to see.
I think
we might throttle it back down for when we have a ship in, and then we'll play with the speed again.
Yeah. Now this shouldn't exert that much force either. It's not closing with a great force. It's kind of weak, the closing itself. So it's not.
Yeah,
shouldn't
not a lot
crush.
of torque.
Yeah.
So yeah, we shouldn't get any bending or breaking, hopefully, from like things squishing together violently.
So let's
hypothetically,
see. We have the gravity goes. Okay, so we should get a couple of blocks more of going back. Now this is a good time to study the thruster and how it looks. I've never looked at the thruster more than I've seen when I'm flying.
Beautiful. That's true.
Does look pretty cool.
So if we need to, we might add some more landing gears out the back, but we'll see. As long as like 50% of them are in use, it's probably okay.
Yeah. It does seem like with the placement we have, I wonder, we're not going to get the distance we want, do we?
We might need to add a couple more, or at least one more set, I think. We might get to the point where we're just using 2 of them, I'm not sure. Yeah, because we were already leaving the first one.
Yeah, we might need to add another set. And we're definitely going to need to move the...
I think we already have to move the grav gen.
Yeah, quite a bit, actually. Yeah, it's stopped.
Have we left it? It looks like... Yeah, we have. Okay. So we're going to move some stuff around, and we're going to find out where this back closing limit is.
Stopped? There is still gravity here.
I would imagine it's out of gravity. Oh, yeah.
No, it's still in gravity. Why did you stop?
Uh-oh. Why no go? Are you hitting up front here? The pipes? So yeah, we put pipes here because they fit through here.
I found
but they're not hitting
issue.
either.
I found the issue. You can come to the back here. To the very back. Below here.
Oh! Whoops! We hit some asteroids. Okay, that's good. So we don't have to move it yet. Now we could just measure.
Now don't crush me, please. I might get crushed here. Can I get crushed? I never tried that. I wonder if I can get crushed.
Probably. If we can kill each other by running into each other. Pushing is most likely possible.
But I mean, that's like a velocity kill. But I mean, by just pure force being crushed between 2 things.
Right.
I have to try that. But this should be the very back that it can go. As for right now, yes it is. Well, where am I? I'm here. I found myself.
Are we out of the gravity now or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely need to move it. Probably 4.
All right, we'll do some measuring. We should be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or we'll just do some more trial and error. We'll get it all figured out and hopefully bring you back for a finale.
Okay. A finale.
3, 2, 1. We are back. We've done more work. We've got our first victim in place, which is very much needed because building the rest of this depleted all of that steel plate that we had accumulated. So what do we have, like 15,000 or something? All gone.
All those 42,000 steel plates we had in the beginning of this video are all gone. All of them. Every single one of them. We made 5,000 more. And they're all gone as well. They are all gone. And argon as well. They've turned into a gas. A noble gas.
That's where they went. So we are in desperate need of some more steel plates. So we are, I think, ready to test this thing.
We are. I think we are. We could mention that we did the entire armor plate here. You can see that it is painted light blue with the kind of diamond shapes there, which may or may not be diamond tipped, but they are blue because they are painted blue, because real diamonds are not blue.
Exactly. But yeah, we made this weird design for no real reason. It just thought it would look kind of cool.
And it
And
does.
the backside of it still needs some work, so we'll get to that. But for now, it's functional. I like how it's held together by, like, nothing. A couple incomplete tubes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, maybe we should actually complete those.
It won't make a difference, will it? Structurally. I don't
Like,
know.
if they hit something, they are guaranteed to be destroyed now.
Right. But just from this thing pushing against the ship.
They shouldn't. Like, we can take
Shouldn't.
that risk.
It doesn't
not
have
like
it. Yeah, we'll
lose
see.
hours of work.
Exactly. Cool. All right, so we're going to end the episode here. With
Yes.
this thing pushing in and hopefully not exploding.
So, are you gonna turn it on?
I guess. Okay. Wait. What do we need to turn on? The gravity field, right? Okay, Jars move the cockpit down here.
Yes.
You want to turn the landing gear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right
Sure.
here, prepared.
Okay, so I'm in the control panel. Now I got to find these gravities.
Gravity toggle is the name of
Gravity
the component.
toggle. Okay. And it's currently off, so ready when you are.
I
And
am
it's got-
ready.
It's got 0.4. Do we want to start off slower?
No,
'Cause we
0.4
cranked
is
it up a
fine.
bit. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
And we're on.
Grinders on, maybe. You want
Grinders
to do
on.
that too? Yeah.
Shh, I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. Probably could be a good idea.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can I get the locking? Can I?
Yeah, we didn't position it quite close enough. So Jars is going to hopefully attach to it on the fly.
No, I'm not getting permission.
Or nope.
It's
Why?
not turning yellow. Why is this?
Why? Did we not finish the landing leg? I bet you that's what we didn't do.
Oh, we
the landing
didn't
leg isn't
finish.
done.
Oh, we didn't finish. Okay, we'll just squeeze together. This
Yeah.
time.
It'll
We'll
just squish.
So
It'll
the
be okay.
grinders are on. Very nice, very nice.
So yeah, we added
Hopefully-
some ramps here as well. We noticed last time there was stuff that kind of fell on... Oh, I died. Fell on top of the tubes. Safety tip, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get that close to the grinders. It's not the first time I've done that. Won't be the last.
I've done that many times too. So yeah, those
So it's
ramps
working.
right there are made so that parts landing on them will roll off and roll to the floor, where something else will happen to them.
Yeah, we're going to put some hoppers there. Or collectors. So they'll pick up all the spare parts. So there you have it, guys. That is it working. It does need a little bit of closing in and prettifying. But otherwise, it's functionally done. But yeah, we could fancy it up a bit in the future. So now we got to work on collecting more ships, but we have an added difficulty in this patch that the turrets now default to track all, right? Is it? Or track movement?
Track movement, yes.
Target movement. So we can't really fly up as we demonstrated in the beginning. So we're going to have to build something to help us collect these. But that we'll have to wait for another day.
For another day and another time,
Yes.
there will
All right,
be
guys.
space engineers.
Woo!
Got
Spooky ghosts.